Hi my loves, welcome back again to the channel. It is Riri here again. As always, if this is first time you're tuning into my channel, you are welcome to my channel. Please make sure you do click that subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. Welcome my new subscribers. I've seen new people joining in this week. Hello. So guys, you all know I have an adulting series where I talk all things adulting, all things living in your 20s. So guys, in today's video I'm talking about the struggles we all go through as an adult that nobody prepared us for. I just remembered when I was preparing for this video, when I was taking down my notes for this video, I remember back then when your parents go buy the groceries for the house and you just eat, we don't care about nothing. We even waste things when we're not paying for it. Yeah, they provide and we just eat and enjoy ourselves. But when you come to that adult stage, it's totally a different ball game. You'll be like, you really miss those days. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. We all have to pass through this phase and we are passing through it now. So I will just briefly talk about the struggles we go through and things I wasn't really prepared for. Even myself, I wasn't prepared for going to get my groceries myself. I mean, if I don't cook, I wouldn't eat. Just those little things here and there. So let me quickly grab my phone because I took down some notes on my phone. That feeling of responsibilities, I wouldn't call this a struggle per se, but this is something that you have to just cultivate one way or the other. If not, it's going to be a struggle. If not, you kind of feel drained in this whole adulting stage. And that feeling of responsibility, even for me, it took me a while before it clicked. Let me put it that way. Because if you're not responsible for yourself as an adult, if you're not responsible for your health, like things you eat, your finance, how you manage your money, the kind of people you let into your space. At the end of the month, I don't have maybe money for my rent or just little things I could get for myself, probably because I just squandered the money on whatever, I will bear the burden alone. So there's this feeling of responsibility that comes with it, and it can get heightened sometimes. Everyone goes through that, and I'm here to help you learn how to navigate that phase, that feeling of like pressure to do a whole lot of things as an adult, and it feels like you're drowning. I'll do a separate video on that, but this is one struggles that we go through as an adult, and being responsible is something we all have to cultivate. That's responsibility, being responsible adults. One of the struggles of adulting is you probably have fewer friends. Yeah, it took me a while to know this. It took me a while to learn this. I'm this type of person that my circle is small. I really don't have much friends, but when I speak to my other colleagues or my other friends or my other acquaintances, it's kind of the same thing. Everyone just keeps saying, yeah, my circle is small. And as you grow older, I feel it would become smaller. And the reason why my own circle personally is small is I'm really cautious of people that I let into my space. I don't just let any Jack and Thomas into my space, because people can be toxic, people can be people, you know how some humans are. So I rather just be careful on the kind of people that are let into my space, and also because humans are wicked. Humans are wicked. So, but that's one struggle that we go through as an adult, that feeling of, oh, maybe I don't have so much friends, I don't have this or that person to talk to when I feel I'm going through stuff. One thing I would say is that make sure you just be cautious of the people you call your friends, people that you let into your space. And of course, it's good to have a buddy, a girlfriend, a boyfriend you could call up and speak to at any time. If you're going through some stuff, you have someone that could give you a listening ear. As an adult, it's not good to isolate yourself, just you, yourself, and me. It's not good. You need to interact with people, and you have to be intentional about that. And also, if you feel you don't have no friends at all, if you feel you're just like it's hard for you to make friends, I think I would do another separate video on that. But one thing I would say is that you have to push yourself. If it's to join a dance club, that's something I'm thinking of doing. I spoke a little bit about this in my vlog. Oh, I think I mentioned it in my vlog, yeah. So I'm really thinking of joining, learning salsa dance. So if you join things like this, you get to meet people. You will get to meet, even when you go maybe work out in the gym, you get to meet 1 or 2 people there. Just be careful. Be careful, be careful. It's not everybody you shine seats with. One of the adulting struggles that we didn't prepare for is how to handle our finances. This is something that I learned the hard way. When I mean I learned the hard way, I really did learn the hard way, because I remember back then, I spend money anyhow. Like I don't budget. If once money enters my account, next in ASOS, next in what's the new thing to buy. You know, I just spend my money anyhow, and that is not a good way to live life. And this is one struggle that I know people that are just going into the adulting phase. Not everybody, all of this don't apply to everybody, but most of these things I also went through it. So it's not everyone, but there's this feeling of, especially when you just start a new job and you're getting this money, you're like, oh my goodness, probably I've not gotten this kind of money before, and you don't know how to even start budgeting. One thing I would say is that watch YouTube videos on how to budget. There are so many good templates out there on how to budget, on using Excel spreadsheets to budget. If you're the techie person, you could download apps on Play Store, on Apple Store, that would make your budgeting more easy. So at the end of the day, you know how much you spend per month, how much you spend on shopping per month, and how much you're able to save per month. This is really, really important, and this is one of the struggles that we go through as an adult that nobody really prepared us for, like how to budget, how to manage your money, how to invest, how to save. So you have to make sure you teach yourself all that. Using YouTube and Google is also your friend. One other adulting struggle is this feeling of loneliness. I went through that phase, and I know there are a couple of people out there too that can relate, that went through that phase, especially if you're maybe the introverted type, or if you're someone that doesn't have a partner yet, you know, or don't have so much friends. There's this feeling of loneliness at times that comes with being an adult, and also, to top it off, if you're living alone. You are gonna feel that those days will come that you just feel like, oh my goodness. You miss those days where you're maybe back in school, you have people around you, you have your roommates around you, you have your family around you back home. One thing, how you can navigate this is, as I said earlier, you have to be intentional. If it's something that you're tired of, it's something that happens on a frequent, consistent basis, you just feel lonely, you have to get out of the house and do something. If it's to take a walk, and there's so many activities out there you could engage in that would keep you busy, that would keep you on your feet. And also, loneliness is a state of mind. There are new things you could try in those times that would shift your mind off, that would shift your mind a little bit. So things like probably trying out a new hobby, maybe even starting YouTube. That's something I would say, rather than sulking in loneliness and probably maybe getting into the wrong relationship because you're lonely. Please do not do all of that. Do not get into any wrong relationship because you're lonely. Do not do stupid stuff because you're lonely. You have to learn how to be happy with you. You have to learn how to do stuff. You have to learn how to engage yourself without nobody around you, without no push from nobody. So you just have to learn how to do that. One other adulting struggles we all go through is career choices. In short, I don't want to say I'm currently in that phase, but this is something you do not have to feel pressure about. You don't have to feel your first job is not going to be your last job. We still have 30 plus, 40 plus years ahead of us. There are some people that they end up working for someone and they end up branching out, working for themselves. So please take it easy on yourself. This is something you would go through. Oh, am I making the right choice? Oh, am I getting into the right career? Oh, am I picking the right course of study? Oh, this business I want to start, is it really the right business for me? Do I think it's going to succeed? These are thoughts, these are struggles, these are mental battles we all go through. One thing I would say is nobody has it all figured out yet. We are still a work in progress. So rather than being bogged down, rather than letting all of these ideas, negative ideas, these career struggles get to you, I would say just take out the time to self-reflect. Take out the time to self-reflect and see what are the things you like, what are the things you're more interested in, what is the career path that interests you the most. It's just about having a structure, and it doesn't have to be linear. I mean, probably you might end up starting up something and you feel, oh, okay, I feel this is the best for me, and down the line you might discover something new that you want to venture into. So I would just say be flexible and be open to new opportunities and be open to learning. This phase of your life is all about learning new things. Even though you're at a job that you feel, oh, I'm not sure this is where I want to be, see it as a learning phase, see it as a learning step to where you want to be. That career path you want to switch to, you want to be, you have to now then create steps, baby steps, short-term goals on how you want to get there. Okay, the same applies to if you want to start a business. You have to do your research. You have to, life is all about taking risks here, but make sure you take calculated risks. One other struggle we go through as an adult is comparing yourself with people. Social media. If you are not careful, you would keep on comparing yourself with people. And one thing is that there are people doing, I don't know how to put it, but if you're not content with you, if you're not content with yourself, if you don't love yourself enough, if you're always comparing what you have, there's always someone that will have more than you, if that makes sense. So be content with yourself, be content with what you have, love yourself. This is your own journey. You don't have to compare yourself with nobody. Everybody's journey in life is different, okay? So please and please and please, that feeling will come. That you will go through that phase of your life whereby you would want to compare, or you would even compare yourself with your peer or your friends or with somebody you just see on Instagram. Please do not do that. Everybody's journey in life is different. Embrace your own journey, okay? Embrace your own journey, enjoy your life with what you have. Because you know what? When you start comparing yourself with people, when you start comparing your life with people, you never get satisfied. You would always want to, and it can get toxic here. You would always want to probably even do things you do not want to do just because you want to look a certain way, or just because you want to have things that other person have. So please and please and please do not compare your life. There's only one you. So be proud of that and love yourself, okay? This is a really, in short, this should have been my number one. This should have been my number one. You know how people will be like, oh, I should have been this feeling of wanting to be a millionaire, billionaire by 25, wanting to have married, have kids, build your house, have 3 to 4 cars in your garage at 26. These are, I mean, it's good to have all of these dreams, it's good to have all of these goals, but there's this pressure that comes with, I must be a billionaire before 30, I must be a billionaire before 40. I'm not saying you shouldn't set long-term goals for yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't set high goals for yourself. I mean, that high is so good. I will definitely support that. But when it's coming from a place of pressure, when it's coming from a place of, no, like I must, because, you know, like that's what society says. Anyways, don't let me talk. One thing I would just say is that take it easy on yourself, okay? If that is your goal, to be a millionaire, billionaire by this particular age or that particular age, just have a structure to that. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself and you're working 24/7 round the clock. You will just burn out, and it's people that are alive that can work and look forward to achieving their goals. So do not let it come from a place of pressure. Just take your time out to have your long-term goals, have your short-term goals, and just work towards it, but do not put unnecessary pressure on yourself, okay? Another struggle that we all go through is this feeling of wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to get married because person A or person B is doing that. And this is one struggle that even people beyond their 20s go through. this is something you would also go through. But please and please and please do not let another person relationship, another person marriage make you want to just go into it for the sake of going into it, because those couple appear as perfect Instagram couple. Do not put pressure on yourself because, oh, your friend has just got into a relationship and you're like, oh, it's just me that is left. How it's just me, nobody wants me. You start saying ill things about yourself. My dear, please do not go into a relationship for the wrong reasons. Do not compare yourself with nobody. That feeling will come of just wanting to be in a relationship probably for the sake of it. But please, you have to make sure you are going into it for the right reason, not because of person A or person B. Make sure he or she ticks the box for you in your qualities or standards or whatever you're looking out for. Make sure you do not fall into that pressure. You don't fall into the struggle of just wanting to be in a relationship or marriage because you saw somebody else. Let it be your own journey. Let it be what you want, okay? Not what your person B is doing, if that makes sense. One thing that's really resonated with me so much is, as you adults, like, you tend to spend less time with your family. This is something that it's so hard, but I believe everybody has his or own journey, even in your family. I mean, growing up, we all grew up together, but at some point everybody has their parts in life. This is something that you just have to come to terms with, but also, I mean, you have to try and make sure you keep in touch, you keep up with your family, you schedule those trips if you can, but definitely just keep in touch with your family, because I mean, at the end of the day, family is really important. But yep, there's this struggle that comes with that detachment from people you grew up with, your siblings, your close cousins and everything. That detachment, that feeling of, oh my goodness, I have been away from my family, from my home for a while. It comes. Those moments comes, but always remember it's for good. Most importantly, you just keep in touch with your family, cousins, and friends. I'll leave the last one up to you guys. What is one struggle you go through as an adult living in your 20s? Let me know down in the comment section. And guys, please, I would create an email address which I will link down below. If you have any adulting stories, struggles, or something you want to share with me regarding adulting, regarding living in your 20s, please send me an email. Definitely, I'll keep you anonymous. This is something that I'm just trying out, and hopefully I'll get good responses. So basically, I want to share people's stories. Even there are days I'll share my own story so that we all just learn from it. No shaming, no of course, I'll keep you anonymous, but most importantly is to share your story and get to learn from it. But also, if you're seeking any advice or if you're seeking any thoughts and you want to share, to hear my opinion on it, please do let me know via that email, which I'll include in the description box. I'm really excited about this new show that I want to start, and please be supportive. Send that email. Definitely keep you anonymous, and we'll share and learn together. So I've come to the very end of this video. I really did enjoy making this video. I really did enjoy this one, and I'm looking forward to your comments. If you've watched and you've not subscribed yet, I do not know what you're waiting for. Click the subscribe button down below, and as always, guys, stay happy, because problem no dey finish. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay cheerful, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Mwah.